After spending more than a decade reporting for Fox Sports, I got a very unique perspective on the role media plays in sports. And this subject is tackled in a special lecture tomorrow night at the Tampa Museum of Art called Vincent Jackson and Matt May in Conversation. Back with us today is Executive Director Michael Tomore. Michael, good morning. We're so glad you're back. And this is an exhibit that I would have never thought about. But then when you start thinking about it, it really is art.
Yeah, it's really terrific. Lens on Tampa Bay Sports is about 40 images by some local photographers who are also artists that have been capturing the local sports scene and the national sports scene as well, because we know about Tampa Bay, for about 14 years. Really great works by 9 photographers in our community that maybe people wouldn't recognize as being great artists because, you know, they're stringers, they work for the Rowdies, the Bolts, the Rays, and sometimes their work doesn't get the type of appreciation. So this is really a focus on the photographer as artist and the subject matter as sport in which they work with.
I am sure anyone would love to have their name put with artist, as these photographers are you're doing for these photographers. But let's be honest, they are trudging through the games. They've got all of their equipment. I mean, it's hard work to get these shots, and I don't think people realize the work that goes behind. So to be able to call them artists, again, is probably very humbling and honoring.
Yeah. Well, when you look at the images, you see this kind of reflection of their knowledge about art. It's really stunning. Like this in particular, Kimberly Clement caught this of Evan Longoria of the Rays. Just a beautiful perspective. Great kind of worm's eye view up, but maybe the vulnerability of the third baseman walking back. I mean, it's really a stunning image. And of course, she's a stringer, and many of her works have been published in Sports Illustrated, and one of the few female photographers that we're capturing in this exhibit. This is a great work by Scott Odette, who's been with the NHL and the Bolts in particular for 17 seasons, and really captured the 2004 Stanley Cup as well. Great image, again, that moment that needs to be captured. You're never sure what the outcome is, but this artist got it right in time.
I was going to say, and to be able to get a shot like this, and like the vulnerability that we just saw in the Evan Longoria shot, it's almost like we know these players as people who, you know, step up to the plate and, you know, attempt to score kind of thing. But there's so much more, and that's what the photographers are able to get at in this exhibit.
Absolutely. You know, it's that moment, that decisive moment that you don't know leads to the end of the game being a success or a failure, but the artist has captured that moment in time, and it's an exciting moment.
And, you know, a lot of times we celebrate photographers, and rightfully so, that are taking advantage of still images. There's so much action going on, trying to, you know, get the shot while everything's happening. I mean, for example, even the football game, we've got to touch on the Vincent Jackson side of things, and the Bucks especially. Oh, yeah.
Well, Matt May, who's the photographer who did this particular image of the Bucks, he's been with them for 13 seasons, their 13 NHL seasons. He's going to be talking with Vincent Jackson tomorrow night about what it means to have that type of relationship where you can capture the human side of the athlete as well as the professional side. I think it's going to be a dynamic program, and we hope that everybody comes out for it.
What have you been able to see in their relationship as you've put this exhibit on, Michael?
Well, I think you'll see in some of the more intimate portraits of Vincent Jackson, but also the other works that Matt May has done, is that he really understands the nature of what an athlete needs to go through. And these are brilliant sportsmen. And so capturing them in motion is important, but also capturing that kind of intimate side. And Matt has done a stunning job for that and has been doing this for many years, not just for the Buccaneers, but also for the Rowdies. So he's really involved. Yeah.
And building those relationships and again telling those stories. Well, I think anyone that has been a part of sports media would appreciate that you're throwing the word artist out there for them and celebrating their work. Let's get the details of the exhibit though, for the lecture and how long people can see these pictures.
Sure. April 5th, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Join us. It's free for members, and there's a $15 charge for non-members. Please RSVP directly to the Museum of Art, either online or make a call. And we hope to see everybody there. Both of these exhibit, Lens on Tampa Bay Sports as well as Who Shot Sports, they'll both be up through April 30th, so there's time to see it, but we're running out of time.
I was going to say, this is one I've got to go check out. Thank you so much, Michael, for your time. We always appreciate when you stop by.
Appreciate it.